This is my first time ever acquiring a set of markers, and I will be unboxing and giving my first impression, as well as swatching and just feeling it out, because I never really work with markers, but I really want to put color into my sketchbook. So this brand is from Nota. I believe only Indigo sells this, and honestly I only got this because I had a gift card and I haven't used it in like years. So I finally browsed the shop and I saw this and I was like, well, this is a perfect opportunity to get markers for free. Comes in this little cute box. It's quite secure. Snaps open here and it's really cute. So first impression, I like the box. Then we open it and this is exactly how it came in. I didn't move anything or rearrange anything. I would have liked if the greens were together and the pinks were together. I don't know why they chose to package it like this. I don't know, maybe they gave me like an opened package one. I don't know, it's possible. But yeah, the OCD in me wants to rearrange them by color. But let's make a swatch sheet. I have the scrap paper. How's it going today, guys? Today I worked for 9 hours, but for more than half of it, I was a passenger princess. So I basically got paid 5 hours of that 9-hour shift to be a passenger princess. Isn't that the dream? And I low-key took a nap for 30 minutes of those 5 hours. I really tried my best to stay awake, but I just couldn't. It was an early shift and I wanted to stay awake because I feel like it's rude when the passenger on like a long drive takes a nap. Like, unless it's like a road trip and you know it's gonna be a long drive. This one was like for work, right? So I felt bad because I didn't really want to leave the driver like alone in their thoughts, and like obviously they don't get to sleep. But I just couldn't take it and I was drifting off. Also, being the passenger makes me really dizzy. Like, I'm so used to being the driver, so I'm not really used to it, and I get really nauseous and it makes me tired. Okay, let's start with cherry pink. So these markers, they're advertised as dual tip, and this is the 36 set, and the back says a chisel tip and a brush tip. Now it's definitely chisel tip on one end. It's called the broad side, so that's definitely a chisel tip. But the brush tip, it says fine on one end. So on the box it says chisel and brush. On the box it says broad and fine. I feel like chisel and broad means the same thing, but fine I wouldn't really use synonymously with brush tip. I feel like people are expecting like a loose brush tip, like a paintbrush tip, but this is definitely like a Sharpie tip. So that's something to consider. For me, I don't really care. I'm gonna use the chisel tip. This is a number 5 cherry red. Here it goes. Oh, this is really heavy duty. And it plays through, but I mean, this is pretty thin paper. And then maybe I'll do like a nice scribble with the fine tip. See how that goes. Okay, this is definitely like Sharpie level, and this one is an old red. Oh yeah, this one's definitely a better red. It definitely blends better than Sharpie. I feel like if I overlapped, you would see the overlapping lines. But since these are alcohol markers, okay, I think I'll do it like that because that's kind of blocking the 5. 121 fluorescent coral red. I don't know if it's supposed to feel like a Sharpie. I feel like when I see other people use like Copic markers, it like doesn't sound like a scratchy sound. But I don't know if that's just me and my imagination. We're on to 7 Cosmos. I don't know if that's as fluorescent as I was expecting. Oh, this one's like really dull for a pen that says Cosmos. Interesting. I feel like that would be like a nice natural lip color. 147 pale lilac. Oh, this one is for sure pale. For sure, yeah. 146 mauve shadow. Is it mauve or mauve? I've always wondered. Okay guys, low-key these two look the same. This one's less saturated. But I mean, come on. What is the difference? So far I'm not impressed with a lot of these colors. I like the red, the true red. We're gonna try 67 pastel blue. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna skip the find tip scribble. 68 turquoise blue. I feel like that's not very like saturated and vibrant. I'm wondering if all of them are gonna be like that, because like let's compare it. Like this is supposed to be turquoise blue and this is what shows up on the paper. So far not impressed. 178 cool shadow. Oh, this one looks pretty. Oh, what the frick? Guys, look at my tip. Look at that color and look at this color. Am I supposed to like shake it? No, I think that's just the color. Let me double check the other side. Yeah, no, that's the color. Now I'm like second guessing myself. It doesn't say to shake them, so CG8 cool gray. CG2 cool gray. Why are these called, guys, these are both called cool gray. Well, I guess they have different like numbers, but like why are they both? Oh, and this one's also called worm gray. Okay, whatever. This is okay, I guess they're both cool grays, but one's obviously like a lot lighter. Worm gray, this is gonna be the lighter worm gray. Okay, I agree in the warmth. This one's almost like just a dark cream though. I don't know if I would call it gray, but oh well. 29 barley beige, our last one. Okay, quite nice. I feel like there's not a big difference between this one and that one, but I mean, not bad. I like the variety of colors we have to work with now, and I think I'm gonna play around with these. Again, I thought it would be like a more smoother experience, but like when it hits the surface, it just feels like how Sharpie feels, just kind of like rough. So I feel like that might change the way you draw, and I can see why people like a true brush tip now, because the brush tip allows you to like flow better, but these tips are more harsh for sure. But that's okay, I'm just using it for fun in my sketchbook, so I'll work around that. If I were to rate them, I mean, again, I don't have anything to base it on. I would rate it maybe like a 7 out of 10, because The assortment of colors are nice. I'll give them that. The blending is nice. I like how it feels in my hand. Like it's like a triangular shape. And it feels pretty good. Like it's better than like a more boxier pen. But I do think the cylinder ones will be better. Like more ergonomic. But this one's like, it's not bad. It's quite comfortable. I think it's quite nice packaging. Like it feels very durable. The caps are quite on, like quite tight, so it's not gonna like accidentally fall off and like dry out, so that's great. I think the design is sleek. Okay, now I want to test to see how well it blends with other colors. For example, I'm gonna try these two green colors, try to see if they blend well. This one's like significantly more dark than this one. It's 43 and 47. I'm gonna start with the lighter side. I probably should have started with the darker side. Oh yeah, that is horrendous. Maybe if I go over it again with the... Maybe? I mean, that's not that bad. Maybe if I start with the dark. I'll start with the dark. And then I'll go light. Yeah, this is still better. Okay, so blending wise, it's alright. Yeah, wow, and it bleeds like crazy. So that's something to consider. And this paper is pretty thick. I don't know if you can like hear that. Compared to like this like printer paper. And it bleeds like crazy. Like look at the back. It's pretty much, it's looking the same as the front. Let's try it with a different color, like maybe like a gradient pink and green. I've always wanted to try that. Maybe let's use the fine tip. Yeah, no. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, so blending wise, it's not that great with other colors, but now we know. And I actually want to color in a page on my sketchbook. This is my traveling sketchbook. This is like my chicken scratch sketchbook. So this sketchbook, the paper here is really thin. Almost as thin as like printer paper. So I know for sure it's gonna bleed through. Might even bleed through onto this page. I might put like a paper in between so it doesn't mess it up. And I'll have to do something creative on this side. But I just want to put some color on this page because for the past few pages I've only been using like ink or pencil. So I want to put some color on this sketchbook and I don't have paint.